Coming to you live from Trestle Field, inside the George Finney Stadium and the campus of the Baldwin Wallace University. It's time for the Baldwin Wallace University Women's Soccer Action. Today, BW hosts Muskingum University in their first Ohio Athletic Conference contest of the year. Thanks for joining us this afternoon. I am Dario Batley, and we have a great broadcast on slate for you here today. The Yellow Jackets entered today's game with a record of 6-3-2 overall after defeating Grove City College by a final score of 2-0 on Wednesday evening. The Wolverines come into the match with a record of 1-7-1 after a 1-0 loss against St. Vincent University of Pennsylvania last Saturday afternoon. The Fighting Muskies, and my apologies. We're going to take a short break, and when we're back, we will have for you the starting lineups. You're listening to BW Women's Soccer on bwyellowjackets.com. Welcome back to BW Women's Soccer Action here on bwyellowjackets.com. I'm Dario Batley, and let's look at the teams. Firstly, BW is led by. Actually, let's start with the visiting team. So the Muskingum Fighting Muskies are led by head coach Chris Limley, and she is ably assisted by Alan Green. Now the starting lineup. My apologies for that mishap, and we'll now go to the teams. So Muskingum University Fighting Muskies is led by head coach Mary Caudill, who is ably assisted by Katie Ruma and Tim Kerr. Starting in goal for the Fighting Muskies, number 00, Liz Mitchell, the goalkeeper from Cambridge. Now on the field, number 2, Rachel Waite, the midfielder from Nashport. Number 3, Stephanie Sawicki, the freshman from Groveport. Number 6, Morgan Price, the junior from Waynesville. Number 7, Tori Stewart, the freshman from Lawrenceburg. Number 10, Kelsey Overlay, the senior from Cincinnati. Number 14, Emily Wiley, the freshman from Cincinnati. Number 16, Sarah Londoit, the junior from Groveport. Number 19, Lauren Hambell, the senior from Norwayne. Number 21, Miranda Bishop, the sophomore from Creston. And number 23, Haley Dickey, the senior from Boardman. They come into today's game with a record of 1-7-1 after losing 1-0 against St. Vincent University of Pennsylvania last Saturday afternoon. Now for your Baldwin Wallace University Lady Yellow Jackets. The Yellow Jackets are coached by Reed Ayers in his 13th season, who is ably assisted by Jim Watkin, Louis Rocco, and Chris Kraft, along with student coach Miranda Bennett. On the field for the Yellow Jackets today, goalkeeper number 1, Emily Talmadge, a senior from Fairview, Pennsylvania. On the field, number 2, Lauren Hainham, sophomore defender from Minervera. Number 8, Courtney Schutz, the junior from Mentor. Number 11, Rachel Bender, the freshman from Massillon. Number 14, Kelly Go, the junior from Hudson. Number 15, Alex Elliott, sophomore from Blacklick. Number 18, Cheryl Bell, the senior from Pika. Number 19, Anna Poptic, the sophomore from Dublin. Number 22, Caddy Tucker, the senior from Mason. Number 23, Kristen Lee, the junior from Westerville. And number 33, Ali Lakey, the junior from Cincinnati. BW comes into today's game with an overall record of 6-3-2 after defeating Grove City College by a final score of 2-0 Wednesday evening here on Trestle Field within the George Finney Stadium. We will now take a break as they're presenting the starting lineup and proceed with the national anthem. And we will be back with you in time for kickoff here on BWYellowJackets.com, coming to you live field within the George Finney Stadium on the campus of the Baldwin Wallace University. And we are back here at Trestle Field, just moments now before kickoff between your Baldwin Wallace University Lady Yellow Jackets and the Muskingum University Fighting Muskies. Pivotal game for both teams here, as it is the first game of the OACs, the Ohio Athletic Conference. We know a very, very competitive conference, and both teams will be eager to get off to a good start here. With Baldwin Wallace coming in with a record of 6-3-2 overall. You know, looking to continue a rich vein of form. I think they were on playing some good soccer and coming out with the W against their previous opponents in the midweek as they look to attack here early on through Ali Lakey, but the ball just goes out for a throw-in to the Fighting Muskies. But yeah, BW looking to continue in that vein of form, but the Muskies looking to come out of a current slump as they are 1-7-1 in the season and will want to turn things around rather quickly because it could turn into a very bad season for them now getting into OAC play if they're not able to pick up a few wins here at the beginning of OAC play. So pivotal game for both teams, so it should be a good contest. Looking forward to it. You will notice that I'm alone this evening, not ably assisted by Dre Showers, who is out of town on business this weekend. But we'll make do. Excited for both games. As you know, this is a doubleheader with the men's soccer playing the Fighting Muskies also at 3:30 p.m. So you'll want to stick with us through both broadcasts, as I think we'll have two exciting games in our hands here today. BW still without one of their important players thus far in the season, that being Audrey Wolf, missing due to injury, a hamstring injury. I've been informed by a very reliable source. So I'm attempting to get one of the Baldwin Wallace assistant coaches in the booth today, as I don't want you guys to have to be forced to listen to my voice all day. I'm trying to get a Baldwin Wallace assistant coach in the booth to maybe ask him a few questions about the team and maybe that injury in particular. But coming up with a goal in the last encounter, Rachel Bender moves up the charts as tied for leading points getter with Alex Elliott, as they both start here this evening for the Baldwin Wallace Yellow Jackets. And BW with a potent attack. I mean, other than Audrey Wolf missing, they've started the game with 4 of their 5 best attacking players. So that's clear intent by the Baldwin Wallace 13th season head coach Reed Ayers that he is looking to go out and win this game, you know, leave a stamp on the first game of the OAC to say that Baldwin Wallace is here to do business. Missing out in the finals last year, they would be eager to get back into a situation like that, but be successful this time around. The early exchanges have been somewhat lackluster with both teams, as we see a foul here from number 14, Emily Wiley of the Fighting Muskies, on Kelly Go, as Go launches the free kick up the field. For the Fighting Muskies, however, they will be looking To go up top to the number 23, Haley Dickey, the senior. Having 3 goals on the year, she has put out their best return thus far. And they will try to get her involved as much as possible as a ball skips over Cheryl Bell and goes out for a throw-in to the Fighting Muskies to be taken by number 16, Sarah Londoit. Ooh, half chance there for Alex Elliott as she goes around the goalkeeper, but makes too much of an angle for herself as she is unable to get a shot off. But BW gained a throw-in. Decent shot by Cheryl Bell, sending off a somewhat of just a warning shot, letting goalkeeper Liz Mitchell know that today will not be an easy day by any means. With it being wet, I think both teams should be looking to get some early shots off. Ball skidding off the ground. Wet gloves could lead to scoring opportunities. Strong play by Caddy Tucker. Ball rolls to Liz Mitchell, the Fighting Muskies custodian. Fighting Muskies looking to get forward. And the ball just slides off the turf, as I just previously spoke about, and goes to the goalkeeper, senior goalkeeper Emily Talmadge, who we always talk about as one of the impact players for this Baldwin Wallace team, being the goalkeeper. Emily Talmadge coming into her senior year with quite a reputation as one of the best shot stoppers and goalkeepers in the Ohio Athletic Conference. And living up to the hype this season, trying to close out her career strong. And that's a good ball for the Fighting Muskies. Oh, but good defensive work by Caddy Tucker as she takes it away and has confidence in her goalkeeper to just pass it to her, who gives her back. And BW look to get forward here. Goal kick to the Fighting Muskies. BW put them under some pressure and are able to get a throw in deep in the Fighting Muskies half. Still no score. If you're just joining us here today, it's your Baldwin Wallace Lady Yellow Jackets versus the Fighting Muskies of Muskingum University. As BW get a shot on target, but it is saved by goalkeeper Liz Mitchell. But yes, 0-0 here. 36 minutes to go in the first half of play. The first game of Ohio Athletic Conference action for both these teams. So important game, definitely, as they will both be looking to get some points on the board and come out of the first weekend successful. Goal kick once again to the Fighting Muskies. And it must be mentioned that majority of the play today has been in the Fighting Muskies defensive half. And that might worry them a little bit. Baldwin Wallace having quite a potent attack. They do not want to be giving up too many chances. So the Fighting Muskies will look to not so much change the tide of the game, but definitely get the majority of the play away from their goalkeeper's 18-yard box, as their goalkeeper has had to come in contact with the ball maybe more than majority of the players on the field. Shot on target by BW's number 8, Courtney Schutz. Still just looking to test the goalkeeper on the very wet environment here today. Saved by the goalkeeper, Liz Mitchell. Attempted cross by Rachel Bender. And Courtney Schutz coming into the game with 2 goals and 4 assists on the season. Will definitely have some confidence coming into OAC play here. And has the right to maybe take on some of those shots. Oh, but it's a good chance here now for the Fighting Muskies. And it's a goal for the Fighting Muskies. It's number 6, Morgan Price, with her second goal for the season. 2 goals and 2 assists now for Morgan Price. I think that one will go unassisted. Just a slight defensive error by Kelly Go, as she tried to bring the ball under control, but was unsuccessful, and it's 1-0 here to the Fighting Muskies. And BW definitely be looking to dig themselves out of this hole. As I mentioned, the majority of the play had been in the Fighting Muskies half, as Courtney Schutz has another left-footed shot here, but saved quite comfortably by Liz Mitchell. But BW had majority of the attacking play going their way. But such is the game of soccer, as the Fighting Muskies now lead 1-0, and BW find themselves fighting from behind in this first Ohio Athletic Conference match. BW is still piling on the pressure, but as the Muskingum University Lady Fighting Muskies proved, pressure does not always burst pipes, and sometimes it's better to work on the counter attack, as they did to great effect there, with number 6 Morgan Price scoring that goal, picking up her second goal of the season. Lauren McKell enters the game for the Fighting Muskies, as BW is still with possession, looking to come back from this 1-0 deficit with 30 minutes left in the first half here at Trestle Field within the George Finney Stadium. Good shot by Alex Elliott, but saved by Liz Mitchell. And Liz Mitchell's come up with about 4 saves here within the first 15 minutes of play. Her team definitely being on the majority of the pressure, but the Fighting Muskies leading 1-0. In this, their first Ohio Athletic Conference fixture, an away match against the Baldwin Wallace Lady Yellow Jackets. And here's the goal scorer. She's unable to carve out another chance. Some good defensive work by the Fighting Muskies thus far, as they have had to do majority of the defensive work, but they produced the goods on offense when the chance came begging. As a cross by Lauren Hainham goes over all of her players and wide of the goal. Good defensive work by number 23, Haley Dickey of the Fighting Muskies, who has majority of their goals. With 3 goals does the defender, Haley Dickey, on 11 shots on goal. Chance here now for BW. Cross in. Oh, cross in from Cheryl Bell. Put off the post by Rachel Bender, but she is adjudged to have been offside anyway. So the goal would not have stood. A chance nonetheless for Baldwin Wallace, as she was probably just an inch or two offside there. Trusting the linesman's opinion. Actually, I think that was a goal kick call, as the ball may have went past the post and hit the wheel of the goal, actually. So that was a goal kick call. So the goal would have stood, as that chance goes begging, and Rachel Bender would be begging to have that one back. With 4 goals on the season, I mean, she is no terrible finisher by any stretch of the imagination, as she is working her way down the line now and will be eager to make up for that chance, and tries to assist Anna Poptic on the goal, but it's comfortably picked up by goalkeeper Liz Mitchell, who is racking up her saves tally and is looking the play of the match, of the play of the first 20 minutes, let's say, this evening, with 26 minutes and 40 seconds to go in this in the first half of this encounter between your Baldwin Wallace Lady Yellow Jackets and the Muskingum University Fighting Muskies, with the visitors leading 1-0 at the moment through a counter-attacking goal from their number 6, Morgan Price. Morgan Price, the junior, 2 goals and 2 assists now on the year. As we have a shot from Cheryl Bell that is fumbled but gathered by Liz Mitchell. Another save for Liz Mitchell here in what started out as a good game for her this evening, but a worrisome one also, as she may have some questions to ask of her defenders as to why she's faced this many shots early on in the game. Courtney Shoot looking to cross for the ball in Wallace Lady Yellow Jackets. And it's more towards goal. But Liz Mitchell picks it up, and I think that one will go down. There's another save for Mitchell. Doing great work here today for the Lady Fighting Muskies. Alex Elliott with good strength as she attempts to play a ball in behind for Rachel Bender, the freshman, streaking on the line there. Rachel Bender will have in mind that missed opportunity that just went wide of the post, inches wide as it hit the wheel of the goal actually, to level up this affair. Ali Lakey attacking on the left side for Ball and Wallace. Puts a cross in. And it's a shot by Rachel. Wow. And initial shot by Courtney Schutz. Somewhat trickling somewhat weakly towards goal. Followed up by Rachel Bender, but Liz Mitchell coming up with a double save on the line from point blank range from Rachel Bender. From point blank range from Rachel Bender, and eventually giving up the corner kick as Courtney Schutz has a left-footed shot blocked. BW looking to make two changes here with 22 minutes left in the first half against the Fighting Muskies. And the two changes look to be freshman Cassandra Wakeman and sophomore Corey Miller. So it'll be interesting to see what type of changes these are by the Ball and Wallace head coach, Reed Ayers, as these are two utility players, if you may, coming off the bench. So it'll be interesting to see who they replace and what positions they pick up. BW attacking on the left side through Cheryl Bell. She puts, a little miscommunication on the edge of the 18 for the Ball and Wallace ladies. But a long shot by Caddy Tucker is caught by Liz Mitchell rather comfortably. And Ball and Wallace with soccer control of this game, but don't have the advantage on the board here this evening. Rachel Bender with a cross into the box, and it's a header for Courtney Schutz that comes off the crossbar and goes out for a goal kick to the Muskingum University Fighting Muskies. Courtney Schutz with a quality chance. We know she's usually clinical with headers in front of goal, but she hits the crossbar, and she is now being replaced, seemingly up top, by Corey Miller, as Cassandra Wakeman also replaces Kristen Lee in midfield. But BW may come to rue these chances that they have given up early on here, as the senior defender, Caddy Tucker, fouls at half line. And it's a free kick in said spot for the Muskingum Fighting Muskies. But BW getting 3 or so quality chances here that they've just not been able to capitalize on. And we hope not, but this might come back to haunt BW, as a 1-0 loss would be cruel here on this team that has had the better of the play so far, if we're being honest. And as I mentioned, Baldwin Wallace dominating possession and passing the ball a little bit better than the Fighting Muskies. But the Fighting Muskies by no means have been slouched to this game. They have not been behind the ball. They've been ready and willing to defend. They've been resolute in their defending, and they lead the game here with 19 minutes left in the first half here at Trestle Field. And Baldwin Wallace will need to address some problems that they're having here in this first half quickly in order to put themselves into a better position to win this game, which I still think is possible and maybe even likely. BW attacking through Cheryl Bell. And she has an attempted ball to Corey Miller. But it just evades not only Corey Miller but also the Muskingum defense that I think was trying to get that one clear. And it's a goal kick here. Another goal kick to Liz Mitchell, who has been my player of the first half here, certainly. Goal kick to the Fighting Muskies. Wayward pass by Cassandra Wakeman. And Wakeman has been playing increasingly more minutes um, throughout the BW schedule and been playing well as a freshman also. So I think the future is bright for this Baldwin Wallace team. But I also think the present is bright, and they just need to address some minor issues here before having a chance of winning this game here today. Baldwin Wallace still playing a high pressure game with all of their players except for the goalkeeper, Emily Talmadge, who is standing on the edge of her 18-yard box in the Fighting Muskies half. As I think they really need to get a goal for the level of dominance that they've had on this game. But the Fighting Muskies deservedly in front by a goal here today. Strong tackle by Caddy Tucker as she works her way up the field, trying to get something going on offense, the center back for Baldwin Wallace. Baldwin Wallace with 3 successive throw-ins. Make that 4 as the ball ricochets out of play for another Baldwin Wallace throw-in. Deep in the Fighting Muskies half. So, opportunity they would not want to waste. Another change here for the Baldwin Wallace University Lady Yellow Jackets as number 18 leaves the field, Captain Cheryl Bell, and on comes number 20, Joy Trillett. Crossed by Ali Lakey, cut out by number 50, number 16, Sarah Londoit from Groveport, Ohio. Alex Elliott with the ball for the Lady Yellow Jackets. Oh, and that was a good-looking attempted pass from Cassandra Wakeman on the outside to Rachel Bender, but she's just unable to get there as it rolls out for a goal kick to the Fighting Muskies. And as I mentioned before this game, it's you can't be fooled by records when the OAC comes around. It's a very competitive conference, and the Muskingum University Fighting Muskies coming into this game 1-7-1 were some would have been easy to underestimate as Kelly Go has a long shot go wide. They could have been somewhat easy to underestimate, but as such as the OAC is, every game is going to be a competitive game. You're going to have a chance of losing or winning any game that you play in. So I just hope that wasn't the case for the Baldwin Wallace University Yellow Jackets, and I hope that even if that was the case, that they are able to fix that and come out in the second half showing the respect that they should and get the goals that they need to win this game. Shot wide by Cassandra Wakeman. Cassandra Wakeman, the freshman from Still, Ohio. All right. Throw into the Fighting Muskies. Fighting Muskies having suffered some heavy defeats this season, showing that they're a good football team here as they look to get forward once again, but it's cut out by Kelly Go. But showing they're a good team, although having lost 6-1, 7-0, and two 7-0 losses during the course of the season thus far. Those coming at Mount St. Joseph and at Franciscan, with the 6-1 loss coming at Ohio Christian. But good team nonetheless, and are looking to put pressure on this Baldwin Wallace team here in this first Ohio Athletic Conference game, going up 1-0 early on and looking to hold out with 9 minutes or so left in the first half of this encounter at the Trestle Field within the George Finney Stadium on the campus of the Baldwin Wallace University. Ball breaks somewhat favorably for Rachel Bender as she gets a cross in. Ooh, and it was on the goal line, it seems, but Trillet in the middle was unable to finish there. And Kelsey Nemeth and Marissa Fabrizi enter the field of play, replacing Alex Elliott and Ali Lakey for your Baldwin Wallace Lady Yellow Jackets. Both players getting their first touch of the game, with Fabrizi ending in a right-footed strike, which the goalkeeper collects. Fighting Muskies on the attack there, but it's cut out by Caddy Tucker as she goes on a solo run up the field. Ball now with Kelsey Nemeth as she has a shot and it hits the crossbar. Good shot by the recent substitute, Kelsey Nemeth. A right shot deflected, but comes off the crossbar as Liz Mitchell, the goalkeeper for the Muskingum University Fighting Muskies, seemed to not have known much about it. A good strike there by Kelsey Nemeth. And Nemeth, coming into today's game with 2 goals, was looking to add to her tally there, and it would have been a somewhat of a collector's item, with it being a good strike and goal, albeit being deflected. And she gets a cross in here now, and Trillet picks it up in the box, and Anna Poptic able to get a shot off, but it goes over the goal. Just floats over there. Anna Poptic going for the more finessed approach, trying to curl it into the top corner there. But she is again unsuccessful. And the score still 1-0 to the Fighting Muskies here at Baldwin Wallace University versus your Lady Yellow Jackets. Five minutes to go here until halftime at Trestle Field, with your Lady Yellow Jackets down 0-1 to the Fighting Muskies of Muskingum University. Marissa Fabrizi draws the foul for the Baldwin Wallace Yellow Jackets with just a little over 4 minutes left there. A chance for Caddy Tucker to serve the ball into the box for her teammates to try to get a head on. Kelsey Nemeth picking the ball up for BW in midfield. Liz Mitchell clears. Mallory Butler comes into the game for Muskingum. And Katie Kill makes her way onto the field for your Ball and Wild's Lady Yellow Jackets, replacing Rachel Bender here with 3 minutes left in the first half. So no nonsense defending by Caddy Tucker as she clears for the Ball and Wild's Yellow Jackets. And the majority of the play in this first half here has definitely been. Oh, and it's a shot. A shot by Kelly Go. Goes out, deflected and goes out for a corner for the Lady Yellow Jackets here with 1:20 left in the first half. Cassandra Wakeman takes the kick. But it goes out at the near post and doesn't get into the box for her teammates. A little bit disappointing, but it happens. Just about 50 seconds left in the game here. And the half comes to a close here as the referee blows his whistle for halftime. And the score is 1 to the Muskingum University Fighting Muskies and 0 to your Baldwin Wallace University Lady Yellow Jackets in today's first Ohio Athletic Conference contest between these two teams. First Ohio Athletic contest of the season, that is, between these two teams. And it was a good half of soccer, especially with the way the weather is, with both teams looking to get their foot in the ball and pass it around. Baldwin Wallace, I would say, being more successful in terms of that, but unable to get something on the board as they go into halftime down 0-1. So we'll take a break and we'll rejoin with you before the start of the second half to give you some statistics and some of what we can expect in that second period of play here today at Trestle Field within the George Finney Stadium on the campus of the Baldwin Wallace University. Please stick with us here at bwyellowjackets.com as we bring to you live women's soccer action. back with you live here at Trestle Field within the George Finney Stadium and the campus of the Baldwin Wallace University. I'm Dario Bathley, and I have some first half statistics for you here from this game between our Baldwin Wallace University Yellow Jackets and our Muskingum University Fighting Muskies. And it's the Muskies that lead the game 1-0 here this today. And that comes from their only shot within that first period, with Baldwin Wallace having had 16. What I think is their largest shots tally within one period to date. So 16 shots for Baldwin Wallace, 2 corner kicks, no saves by their senior goalkeeper, Emily Talmadge, as when she was called into question in the 12th minute, she was unable to stop the unassisted goal of Morgan Price. Emily Talmadge, her 4th year as a starting goalkeeper, has built quite the reputation for herself. But just facing that one shot here tonight, was unable to save. Muskingum University's goalkeeper, Liz Mitchell, somewhat the superwoman of that first half, with 7 saves from those 16 Baldwin Wallace shots. So maybe accuracy also playing a part in Baldwin Wallace's lack of ability thereof to get a goal here today. But they will be looking to change that within the second half, as we see them huddle up here, still looking resolute, still looking as if they plan to win this game. And it will be their kickoff as they now go from south to north in their attempts to score a goal on Liz Mitchell. They attempt to play the ball to Cheryl Bell off the throw-in, but it's now off the kickoff, but it's now a throw-in. Well, now a throw-in to Baldwin Wallace University, ball going back the other way. And both teams will be looking to create some type of identity for themselves early on here in this second half, as Baldwin Wallace need goals if they plan to go on and win this game here today, which I think they do. As we have a cross now from Lauren Hainham coming in for Courtney Schutz. The goalkeeper is strong, saves it, and the follow-up by Rachel Bender is wide of the goal. But a good cross there by the sophomore Lauren Hainham, having a good game in their last encounter against Grove City, with that 2-0 win coming on a Wednesday evening. Rachel Bender goes down the line now and gets a cross in and wins a corner for Baldwin Wallace. So Baldwin Wallace back on the attack, much like they were in that first half, actually. But to no success, hoping to get an early goal in this second half here, however. Corner by Courtney Schutz. And it's a good one. And Caddy Tucker, ball just slides off her head and goes out for a throw-in on the other side of the field. BW attacking on the line to Ali Lakey, who passes it to Cheryl Bell. Attempts to put the ball down the line again, but is kicked out by Muskingum for a throw-in, it seems like, to the Lady Yellow Jackets. Cross by Cassandra Wakeman. And it's a handball called an anapoptic of the Lady Yellow Jackets. Baldwin Wallace with almost all the possession here in the second half in their search for a goal. Unsuccessful thus far. Lauren Heyman to cross. And she does. But goalkeeper Liz Mitchell catches at her near post. And it's a goal by Alex Elliott, the number 15 for the Baldwin Wallace Lady Yellow Jackets, on a cross. I can't identify the assist getter, but it is a goal here, and it's 1-1 at Trestle Field within the George Finney Stadium on the Baldwin Wallace University College campus. And it's Alex Elliott, the number 15 from Blacklick, Ohio, the sophomore number 15, who gets that goal. And Baldwin Wallace will have all the momentum going forward here in this next few minutes with 40 minutes to go in this second half, as they've had the majority of possession and been playing the better football generally thus far. So we look forward to see how this game goes for them, as they're still on the attack and looking to squeeze another goal out of this Fighting Muskies defense. BW still on the attack. Courtney shoots with the ball at her feet. Plays a pass to Cheryl Bell, who attempts to cut inside. And now Baldwin Wallace has to throw it. Baldwin Wallace still on the attack, looking to go to Rachel Bender on the right side now. Fighting Muskies trying to play themselves out of danger, but have been unable on many of occasions now, with the Baldwin Wallace defense not having to really go much past half line, with them having the majority of possession here. Cheryl Bell picks up the ball and plays a wayward pass out for a goal kick to the Fighting Muskies. And Liz Mitchell would be somewhat relieved to finally have the ball in her possession. Cheryl Bell with an attempted pass going out for a throw in. The act would fall on the turf, but she's alright. Corner kick for Ball and Wallace as they look to make this momentum pay. Corner kick evades everyone as Ali Lakey picks it up on the other side of the field and puts back in a good cross, left-footed. Shot by Rachel Bender. Saved as it goes out for a corner kick. And you may or may not remember, or you may just be joining us, but Rachel Bender had a crucial chance in the first half to put Ball Wallace ahead that she hit inches wide. And she'll be eager to get on the scoreboard or assist one of her players in getting the go-ahead goal here. Decent cross in the end by Lauren Haynham, but too close to goalkeeper Liz Mitchell as she goes down and picks it up. Muskingum get what looks like to be the first attack of the game of the second half, but a judged offside and BW pick up the ball and look to go forward immediately once again. Cross by Ali Lakey. Dealt with by the Muskingum defense as they look to break through their number 7, Tori Stewart, but are unable. Muskingum seeing the ball more than they have in the second half within the last 3 minutes here or so as they look to attack, but ball is kicked directly to goalkeeper Emily Talmadge. Goal kick deep in the Muskingum half for the Baldwin Wallace University. Another save by Liz Mitchell. And it's a corner to Baldwin Wallace. Caddy Tucker to take. Cleared off the line by the number 60 and Sarah Londoit. Caddy Tucker to take the next penalty also. And this one cleared by number 6, the goal scorer, Morgan Price. As Ali Lakey picks up the ball, looks to get forward once again for the Yellow Jackets. Foul on Morgan Price of Muskingum as she fouls Baldwin Wallace's captain, Kelly Go. Decent cross by Anna Poptic, but cut out by the Muskingum defense there. As Lauren Heyman looks to get forward. Shot by Courtney Schutz. Goes over the crossbar. But BW showing their attacking prowess here. Oh, and a good shot by Morgan Price as she worked her way through the BW defense. Results in another save for Emily Talmadge. I think her second of this second half, as she didn't have any in the first, allowing one goal. And if you're just joining us here at Trestle Field within the George Finney Stadium on the campus of the Baldwin Wallace University, it's your Baldwin Wallace University Yellow Jackets 1 and the Muskingum University Fighting Muskies 1. In this, both teams' first Ohio Athletic Conference encounter of the year. And BW break now through Cheryl Bell with a good ball to Rachel Bender, who is now in the box and attempts to put a cross across to her striking partner, Courtney Schutz, but it is gathered by Liz Mitchell, the goalkeeper of the Fighting Muskies. BW still on the attack here. Oh, but the ball by Rachel Bender just with A little too much strength for Lauren Heyman attacking down the right hand side. As BW makes a substitution here with Courtney Schutz exiting the field of play to be replaced by the number 17, the freshman from Powell, Ohio, Katie Kill. Another heavy pass by Bender there. She's looking frustrated, but I don't think she should be. As Ball and Wallace are in a good position here with 25 minutes left in the second half of play to get a goal and go ahead and win this game. As we see the introduction of Kelsey Nemeth coming to play on this left-hand side of attack here, with Katie Kill on the right side supporting Bender in the middle. And Cheryl Bell leaves the field of play. Here's Nemeth's first touch of the second half. As Lakey bursts into the box. And is trying to carve something out, but is unable. But gains a throw in deep in the Fighting Muskies half. Anna Poptic attempting to create something as she passes it to Kelsey Nemeth, who puts a decent cross in there for Katie Kill, who is unable to connect at the far post. And it is now a goal kick for the Fighting Muskies. As the Muskies make two changes here, bringing on number 8, Lauren McKell, and number 25, Amanda C.S. Ooh, left-footed shot by Bender, saved by Mitchell. And if the Fighting Muskies are able to get a result here tonight, definitely if they're able to get a victory, I think Liz Mitchell would have to be an early contender for the player of the match. As she came up with 7 saves in the first half of 16 attempted shots and is producing similar heroics here in the second half. As BW attempt to get forward quickly once again and get themselves ahead in this game for the first time. There's a bit of miscommunication, I think, there between Alex Elliott and Rachel Bender. But BW is still on the offensive leg with 22 minutes here to go. I mean, it's not out of the question that they get at least 1, maybe 2 goals here in this encounter, with Liz Mitchell using those safe hands to grapple the ball at the edge of the box there. Fighting Muskies finding some relief and have the ball in the middle third of the field, but we look at this as an opportunity, just to get their defenders off the back foot and a chance to maybe create something for themselves going forward. The Lady Fighting Muskies making what looks like an attacking change to me here. But Ball and Wallace get forward with Kelsey Nemeth as her attempted cross in is cleared by the Fighting Muskies. BW still with the upper hand in terms of possession in this encounter. But it's 1-1 on the scoreboard, and that's what really matters here in this first Ohio Athletic Conference clash of the season. Kelsey Nemeth shooting wide with the right. And BW make a substitution. Number 20 comes into the game, Joy Trillett, as we see the leave of number 17, Katie Kill. And BW attempting to keep fresh legs in that front three going into, the later stages of this game, as they will definitely be looking to get a goal or two or three within these last 18 minutes of the game. And if you're just now joining us, the score here at Trestle Field within the George Finney Stadium at Ball and Wallace University is 1-1 between your Ball and Wallace University Lady Yellow Jackets and the Muskingum University Lady Fighting Muskies. The Fighting Muskies scoring their goal in the first half in the 12th minute through Morgan Price, their number 6. That being their only goal of the first half. Ball and Wallace having 16 shots, none successful. But Ball and Wallace scored in the second half through their number 15 sophomore midfielder, Alex Elliott, and have been on the offensive for most of the second half, trying to get a second goal, and that has not come to fruition as of yet. BW in unfamiliar territory for them in the second half here, deep in their own half, as the Fighting Muskies are looking to put up a fight offensively and try to get a goal here to go ahead. Both teams currently tied at 1 with 16 minutes left in the encounter, in regular time at least. And I'd like to give a shout out to one of the women's soccer team biggest fans, Javon Burks, tuned in at home on East 5th. Shot wide from Alex Elliott. And she is now being replaced by Marissa Fabrizi, the number 7, the freshman for Baldwin Wallace University, as we also see the introduction of number 20 from Muskingum, Jalen Thompson, with number 16, I'm sorry, Sarah Londoy leaving the field. Attempted long pass by Lauren Hamble of Muskingum. Goes wayward as BW look to throw in the ball through Lauren Heyman here. And I mean, both teams will definitely want to settle the affair if it's in their favor within these final 14 minutes of the game. And it's a goal for Baldwin Wallace University as a mix-up in the box between the Muskingum University Fighting Muskies as their goalkeeper, Liz Mitchell, goes down seemingly in pain, so that's not good. And their athletic trainers run onto the pitch, but it's a goal for Rachel Bender. I think one that may go down unassisted, and possibly the winner here today at Trestle Field. So Rachel Bender getting that goal that goal being her 5th of the season as she jumps atop the point scorer table. Actually, no, she remains level in the point scorer table with her strike partner here this evening, Alex Elliott, both having 5 goals and 1 assist. That 5th goal for both players coming here in the second half of today's encounter. And I think Baldwin Wallace will feel like if this lead was coming, as they definitely had the better of the play for the majority of the game and are finally able to capitalize on their chances as they lead 2-1 here and want to have some resolute defending and some good, I mean, they would want to keep something going on the attacking end, but may not be as eager to get another goal going up 2-1 here in an encounter that seemed to be somewhat starved of chances for the other team. So Baldwin Wallace in a good position here to go on and win this game with 13 minutes and 28 seconds left as we see Liz Mitchell leaving the field of play. So we will see the introduction of the second string goalkeeper of Muskingum University. And trying to see, and that is single zero. Heather Maxwell, the freshman goalkeeper from Waza. Freshman goalkeeper from Waza, seeing her first Ohio Athletic Conference action here today. And we'll be eager to have a good showing here in the last encounters, where I'm sure she'll be tested at least once or twice more. Goal kick to the Yellow Jackets. Attempted pass by Marissa Fabrizi. Cut out, but a long shot from Lauren Hainham drags wide. But as I mentioned early in the game, with the type of form that Lauren Hainham has been in, she would be eager to get some shots on the board and get herself involved in the attacking play, being a right back. No, by no means an attacking slug. She is good on both sides of the ball and got a. It showed when she scored within 40 seconds in the last encounter. So Lauren Heyman, with a bit of confidence, that I like to see from a sophomore playing as well as she has been playing. As here she is to cut out another possible Muskingum attack. As we see the re-entry of one of the goal scorers, Alex Elliott, replacing Marissa Fabrizi. Muskingum able to clear, but ball back with Courtney Schutz, who wins a throw-in deep in the Muskingum half. Oh, good cross by Caddy Tucker, but it is picked up by the substitute goalkeeper, number 0, Heather Maxwell, the freshman, who at least hasn't let in a goal here. And that will do wonders for her confidence, the young player coming into her first Ohio Athletic Conference clash. A good chance for Muskingum as number 21, Miranda Bishop, has a shot saved comprehensively by goalkeeper Emily Talmadge, showing a little bit of what we know she can do, but hasn't had the opportunity to do here today, with the one real tough shot that she faced going in for the first goal of this encounter within the 12th minute. Good touch by Cassandra Wakeman sets BW on the front foot as Muskingham's clearance only goes as far as Courtney Schutz, who loses out to Stephanie Siwicki. But BW are back in possession in their own half here now. Ooh, good ball by Cheryl Bell. Kelsey Nemeth just missing out on a tap in. But Alex Elliott does the same, and the goalkeeper drops it, but is able to recover before it goes across the line. So the score remains 2-1 here to your Ball and Wallace University Lady Yellow Jackets. If you're just joining us here at Trestle Field at the George Finney Stadium within the campus of the Ball and Wallace University, it is the Ball and Wallace University Lady Yellow Jackets 2 and the visiting Lady Fighting Muskies of Muskingum University 1, with 5 minutes and 50 seconds to go in this, the first OAC encounter of the year for both of these teams. Alex Elliott with the ball at the edge of the box, sets it up for Courtney Schutz, who has a left-footed strike, and it's into the bottom corner. 3-1 to the Ball and Wallace Lady Yellow Jackets with a great left-footed strike into the bottom corner by Courtney Schutz on the assist from Alex Elliott. Both adding to the points tally for the season, with Elliott coming up with a goal and an assist today to rise to the leading points scorer with 5 goals and 2 assists, and Courtney Schutz getting her 3rd goal of the season to give her 10 points with 3 goals and 4 assists. Rachel Bender also scoring on the day for her 5th goal of the season, giving her 5 goals and 1 assist. And as I mentioned early in the first half, this BW Lady Yellow Jackets attack is very potent. Missing one of their best players, Audrey Wolf, who was producing the goods early on in the season and is now injured, but they have not skipped a beat. Coming off of a 2-0 win, they're now up 3-1 here at Trestle Field within the George Finney Stadium against the Lady Muskies of Muskingum University. And I think it's safe to say now that the Lady Yellow Jackets will pick up the W here this afternoon, as they're still looking aggressive, still looking to put the ball down the Lady Muskies' defensive channels, and still looking for goals, it seems like to me. So very positive play from the Yellow Jackets here as Alex Elliott turns but loses out. And the Lady Muskies are looking to break, but are unable as the defensive efforts of Cassandra Wakeman and Kristen Lee thwart that attack. And the day that started out brightly for the Lady Fighting Muskies has turned sour rather quickly here in the second half, with BW having 3 goals. And BW usually more of a first half team, is able to produce the goods here in the second half, here in their first Ohio Athletic Conference Clash of the Year. And must say, in the end, a comprehensively good performance by these Lady Yellow Jackets. They did not play bad in the first half. May have went into the halftime 1-0, but maybe they weren't even worried about that. Maybe they knew that if they kept playing the way that they did, that the goals would come, and came they may, with 3 here in the second half. And the influence of Alex Elliott must really be appreciated. The sophomore, the top scorer last season, came into this season, didn't start the season exactly as bright as she would have wanted to, but has come into her own and has shown that she is the player for the big times. Here in the first Ohio Athletic Conference Clash, coming up with a goal and assist, and Ghana's definitely my lady of the match praises as she tracks back here to give some defensive effort. Rachel Bender is reintroduced to the game. Or not. Rachel Bender does not come into the game, as it looks like the coaching staff have changed their mind. And 1 minute left here at Trestle Field. And 20 seconds left here. I think it's safe to say that it will be a win for the Lady Yellow Jackets, as we hear the countdown begin. And that's the final whistle here at Trestle Field within the George Finney Stadium on the campus of the Baldwin Wallace University. It's your Lady Yellow Jackets winning this game by a score of 3-1 against the Lady Fighting Muskies of Muskingum. And good performance by the Baldwin Wallace Lady Yellow Jackets in the end. And we will be back with you shortly here on bwyellowjackets.com to bring you the post-game statistics and to bring you the post-game statistics and give you information on when next you can catch our Lady Yellow Jackets in action. See you then. And I'm back here on BWYellowJackets.com with the statistics from the second half of the ladies' game. And it was 9 shots for BW, but to more of an effect as they had 3 goals, scoring on 33.3% of those shots, and 2 by Muskingum to make 3 for them and 25 for Ball and Wallace during the game. Also, the Muskingum University goalkeeper added 1 save to her 7 from the first half, allowing 4 goals to make 8 for the game, with Emily Talmadge having 2 saves. The goals came in the second half from Alex Elliott, Rachel Bender, and Courtney Schutz in the 50th, 77th, and 85th minute respectively. And these are your final score is your Ball and Wallace Lady Yellow Jackets 1 and the Lady Fighting Muskies of Muskingum University. The Lady Fighting Muskies of Muskingum University 1 and your Ball and Wallace Lady Yellow Jackets 3. Join us for the men's game in about a half an hour here at bwyellowjackets.com. Thank you for listening to the broadcast, and I hope you're having a good day thus far.